So I got in some Gladius broadheads. I got the 125s. I already had the 150s. I want to show you how awesome this broadhead looks, and I'm excited to see how they fly out to distance. I got it set up here. We're going to show you the Gladius broadhead, and what I also got set up is the Valkyrie broadhead. And these are going to be very comparable broadheads in terms of how they fly, I hope, as well as how they penetrate. And so everybody knows how good the Valkyrie flies, but I want to see how they go up against the Terra Firma. Super excited about this broadhead. Check it out. To your left, you have the 125. To the right, you have the 150 grain. This is what's cool. I noticed that these are a little bit more streamlined, meaning they're not as long as the 150 grains. And I like that because they have the same cutting diameter when I measured, but the length of the 125 is ever so slightly shorter than the 150s. And what that means is less metal is going to be planing and catching the wind on the front of the arrow, but I still have the same cutting diameter. So it's 7/8 of an inch, just under an inch wide. And then I think you can notice just by me kind of putting them down next to each other, I think we all can appreciate that 150 is a little longer. And so super excited about that. I think these 125s are going to fly excellent. Now, if we compare them to the Valkyries, right? So here we have the Valkyrie 160 grain short jag is what they call it. And then the 180 grain short jag looks like that. And next to the 150 grain Gladius, the 160 grain short jag goes with the 22 grain sleeve, right? So that's 182 up front. And then we have the 60 grain Terra from Dominus insert outsert that pairs with the 125. So now we have 185 grains up front. So you can see how I'm going to be comparing how these two fly downrange. So here are the two identical arrows that I built. We have the Valkyrie short jag that I just mentioned, right? It's on the Dominus shaft by Terra Firma. It's fletched with the DCA mini sabers with the lighted knock, okay? Terra Firma Gladius, 125 grain with the 60 grain insert, 185 up front. Terra Firma Dominus shaft, fletched with the DCA mini sabers and the green knock, lighted knock. So how do they spin? Let's go see how they spin. Perfect spin. Short jag, perfect spin. There you have it, guys. That's the breakdown of the two different broadheads on the same arrow shafts that I'm going to be testing with the same vanes out of the same bow. Just wanted to show you the breakdown before you saw them, so it made sense when you see the actual testing out in the field. So stay tuned. Let me know what you guys think. For the folks that have already ordered from me, we'll get those arrows built, we'll get those broadheads to you once this weather lets up and it stops raining in Southern California.